Hello, and welcome to another edition of AppSec Decoded. I'm Taylor Armerding, security advocate with the Synopsys Software Integrity Group, and today coming to you from the 2023 RSA Conference in San Francisco, where we're going to be talking about, what else? AppSec. And more specifically, we're going to focus on how to improve the sec piece of DevSecOps. And joining me to talk about that is Dr. Matthias Madhu. He's a security expert, researcher, and CTO, and co-founder of Secure Code Warrior. Matthias has a PhD in application security from Ghent University, focusing on static analysis solutions. He later joined Fortify in the US, where he realized that it was insufficient to solely detect code problems without helping developers to write secure code. When he's not at his desk as a part of Team Awesome, I got to hear more about that. He enjoys being on stage presenting at conferences including RSA, Black Hat, and DEF CON. Matthias, welcome, and we hope you also enjoy being on the AppSec Decoded stage.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. So we'll jump right into it. What do you see as most relevant for developers in DevSecOps? What tools are most relevant?
Most relevant tools for developers in DevSecOps are actually tools that speak developer speak, because ultimately the developers need to fix the code.
What a concept. Right?
Yeah, they don't have to find the problems, but ultimately they are responsible for fixing it. And more importantly, they should be able to not make the mistakes anymore.
Right.
So tools that explain to developers why it's a problem, how they should fix it, and how they can prevent that from introducing the problem the next time, those are the tools that, to me, are the most important tools for a developer on a day-to-day basis.
And I'm assuming it doesn't necessarily matter what tool it is, it needs to go quickly at the speed of development. Isn't that a crucial?
It has to go, absolutely. It's the right type of information that the developer needs at that time. So the developer quite often is like, well, give me the answer. I need to know the answer, and I need to move on.
So I can meet my deadline.
Absolutely, yeah. It's all about, cranking out features as fast as possible, secure features as fast as possible.
It's a little bit like writing stories, I have to say. Okay, so what's the most common problem that you hear from CISOs, and what is your solution to that problem that you hear?
The most common problem for CISOs that we hear is how can we upskill our developers? We have enough tools, but still, it's the people that have to do it. So how can we make sure that the people have the knowledge to make secure code? So it's if you look at the budget, quite often a big majority of the budget goes to the tooling, making sure that the developers have the tools to create secure code or to find the problems in code.
Right.
Quite often there's an underinvestment in making sure that developers are skilled to absorb the information and create the code that is secure.
Okay. How should companies look to upgrade their security program to deal with new threats, which are always...
There's always new threats. Well, my philosophy here is it's a constant upskilling.
Yeah.
It's like a cyber gym. You don't upskill you once and you're good for your entire career.
Right.
No, quite often, if you take a particular job, quite often you need to upskill on a regular basis to be in touch with the latest and the greatest and making sure that you move as fast as possible.
Right. Okay, one more. How can CISOs promote, obviously we're talking C-suite, the CISO, promote and facilitate security upskilling from the top down?
I think it's all about culture in an organization, and the CISO should be involved in making sure that it's ingrained throughout the organization, that security is there at all levels. How can an organization be serious about security if the manager, for example, does not know about security and doesn't care about security?
Right.
So to me, it's about being involved in making sure the entire culture lives and breathes secure code. That means top down, CISO make sure the tools and training are in place for developers and also time for developers to upskill themselves. But it also have to come bottom up. Developers hopefully understand that the only code that they can crank out is actually secure code, because that's the only way the organization can move forward at rapid speed.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's helping all of those teams, from executives down to the grassroots, have to play nice together for it to all work.
Yes,
for everybody to win.
They have to.
So DevSecOps all have to play nice together. Right?
Yes.
I've heard that. We'll have to leave it there, but thank you very much for talking to us about how to reach that goal where it's a win-win-win, right? And once again, this is AppSec Decoded. I'm Taylor Armerding for the Synopsys Software Integrity Group. We help organizations build trust into their software.